Welcome to Talk Your Ish Liz podcast. I am Liz, and today I want to talk about a story. It was basically hot last week, but people who know me personally know I was on a 7-day cruise, relaxing and enjoying myself. So we're gonna talk about it today. And if you hear a little echo in my room, don't mind that. The studio's still being worked on, but I still want to report some stuff. I know y'all gonna let me. But anyways, today we are going to talk about Tim Norman. This man. So, as you all may have saw, seen, heard, read, Tim Norman was actually found guilty for conspiracy to commit murder against his nephew Andre. When I say this is like the most awful thing in the world, like I literally watched Sweetie Pie's, like all the episodes, like with all the cousins, Miss Robbie. I think they have 2 restaurants in St. Louis. They was opening restaurants at other locations. I feel like Tim was starting to get out of hand with opening restaurants, and that's why him and Miss Robbie had their little beef. I think she also sued him at one point because he was like just spending money. I don't know. He was just doing too much, but I think that the fame had kind of got to him. That's my own personal opinion. But with that being said, so just reading up on the story and just looking at how it went down, again, it was completely awful. Rest in peace to Andre. And I also want to say that this video is strictly my opinion. It's all alleged, but it's strictly my opinion. This is just my take on it, how I feel about it, the conclusion that I've come to myself, and how I feel like those things kind of, why they happen. Because again, fame can be addictive. It's like a drug, okay? And I have my little cue cards here. So he in 2016 put out $450,000 in life insurance policies for his nephew. I think there was multiple policies from what I read, and I think it was 2016 when he put them out. No, I think it was 2014. I could be wrong. So again, it was 2014. He was killed in 2016. But this is what made me kind of think, like, what the hell? So prior to this going down, Miss Robbie had been robbed. And from what was being told to the police was that Andre, again, God rest his soul, was the one who robbed her. But then Andre was like, Tim did it. Like, they was kind of going back and forth with who had did it. But just doing my little investigation, I feel like, allegedly, and this is my opinion, I feel like Tim did it. I feel like Tim did it because he wanted like money, like the fame. He was getting access to better type of women, which leads me to why I want to do this video and what was running through my head about the situation and what could have been the why. Not saying that anyone is at fault. Not saying that anyone is to blame. This is just what I'm thinking myself, right? So Andre was killed. He was murdered in 2016. In 2017, Tim started to date Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives. And they dated for like a year and a half. And I always wondered, because I knew he had opened the restaurant out west. And I always wondered, like, how in the hell did that match happen? Like, he had more hips than her, shit, more ass than her. But how did that happen? Like, because even me as just a regular chick from the MIA, if he was to come to me and try to holler at me, I would be like, I don't see it, right? I don't see it, but to each his own. So what I'm thinking is, this man killed his nephew because he wanted the money to live the lifestyle to date those type of women. Not saying that anything is bad about her, because I think she's a bad chick. She looked good. I mean, she lied a couple of times on the show, but she looks good. She dresses nice. You know, she always in materialistic type of stuff. You know, name brand. That's her thing. But it's like he killed his nephew in 2016. Had his nephew murdered in 2016. They started dating in 2017. So now he's newly like really big money because Miss Robbie probably had to cut him off financially, my opinion. And then all of a sudden, now he got $450,000. He still had a good $400,000 because he only paid the people who killed his nephew 10,000 over here, 8 over there, maybe 5 over there. So he still was sitting on 400 grand. He still had all that money. And I feel like, again, my own personal opinion, y'all, just my opinion. Allegedly, this is just how I feel about it. These are my thoughts. Okay? So I feel like he dated her. He wined and dined her. I think at the time, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, I think she was starting a business. If I'm not mistaken, I think she was starting a business or a clothing business or something, or she had a store, something. And I feel like he may have helped her start all those things out because he was newly rich because he had killed his nephew. But after a year and a half, you see how they went spiraling out of control? Well, he went spiraling out of control because she ended up having to get a restraining order against him. And I'm thinking, again, this is my own opinion. This is my own opinion. Y'all don't fight me on this. But I feel like that money had ran out because she was running around, I think, her Bentley and all this other stuff, and she lived in the lap of luxury. You know, $400,000 may seem like a lot of money to people who don't have it, but people who have it, they blow money like that. Blow it like it's nothing. Shit, did he say he be taking Young Miami allegedly on $250,000 shopping sprees? So that lets you know they be blowing that money. And he was blowing it, trying to keep up with the Joneses. And I feel like he ran out of that money. And that's when they started falling apart. And then once she had dumped him, he was like, oh, is you going to try to leave me? And you don't spent my $400K? And that's why I feel like he snapped. He started stalking her and doing stupid stuff because she ended up winning the restraining order against him. Again, this is just my opinion. Y'all don't shoot the messenger, please. I just feel like in the whole situation, at the end of the day, family ain't shit. Family can bring you down because this man killed his nephew. Had his nephew murdered. And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't the nephew's dad murdered also, Miss Robbie's other son? So you had your nephew murdered knowing that his brother, or his dad, your brother, was also murdered. So you didn't even care about how your mama, Miss Robbie, would feel. So, I mean, you have to be a cold-hearted, cold-blooded, low-down, dirty dog to do something like that to your own flesh and blood. But if y'all watch the show, because I used to watch it all the time, I wanted to go to St. Louis. I just wanted a couple of plates. I like food. I just wanted a couple of plates. But if y'all watch that show, he was either jealous of that kid because he just did not want Miss Robbie to help him out. Like, why do you want your nephew to be helped? Like, he really didn't want his nephew to be helped out. Like, he just didn't seem happy that Miss Robbie was helping him. And then there was one episode where I think he had beat that damn boy up along with the other little skinny cousin that used to be on there. And Miss Robbie had to talk to him about it. So I feel like he just had ill will towards that kid to the point where it built up to hatred. And then, like they said, it's a thin line between love and hate. And I feel like his hate outweighed his love for that child. His hate outweighed the love for his mama. Because why would you want to do something like that and put your mom through emotional distress and hurt like that, knowing that she had also lost his daddy? Like, just cold-blooded and nasty. I feel like he got what he deserved. He was found guilty. He should not be allowed to roam the streets of anywhere ever again in life. Again, this is my own personal opinion. All of this is allegedly, and this is just basically how I feel about the situation, about how he murdered his nephew in 2016, rolled around 2017. He's dating someone who's used to dating ballers, so now he have to ball. A year and a half later, now they not together anymore. He don't lost his mind because now you don't killed your nephew, but allegedly robbed your mama, and now she don't even want you no more because your funds probably done ran out. So now you're following her around acting like a lunatic, and then she eventually had to get a restraining order against you. So either he was just always a crazy motherfucker, or that fame and that life of being on TV made him lose his marbles to the point where he felt that it was okay for him to just get these life insurance policies on his nephew and then have his nephew murdered. The whole situation is sad all the way around. Condolences to the family. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. But that was just my opinion on it. That's just my 2 cents I wanted to add to it. I just wanted to contribute. Again, my 2 cents on, the Tim Norman, Andre Montgomery, and I just threw Jennifer Williams in there because I'm thinking that he wanted that money because he wanted to woo her or woo any woman. It just ended up being her, and then she ended up having to get a restraining order against Hips. But I say that to say this: family is not always family, and your friends will be more family sometimes than your blood. You can't trust nobody, no matter who it is. I mean, you can with some people, but you got to be very careful. But in that particular situation, Tim was dead as wrong, and he's going to get exactly what he deserved in this life and the afterlife. With that being said, this is Talk Your Ish Liz podcast. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is the second video. It's not really that long. I'm trying not to do like too much long until I have everything situated the way I want it to. I kind of want to see if I can, be on Spotify, be on iHeartRadio. I'm trying to make sure I'm able to put my podcast in locations where podcasts are everywhere and can be heard. That's just my goal. But again, I want to thank those who support me. I appreciate you. For those who support me, for those who don't support me, I appreciate you as well. Again, Talk Your Ish Liz podcast. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you think of something that you want me to talk about, leave me a comment. And make sure if you have a comment about my videos, you leave the comment on my YouTube channel under my videos. And if you have any ideas for me, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to address them on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed.